Okay, so let's go over hats. Um, okay, so we're gonna go over leather patch hats like this here. Okay, this one here is a 6-panel hat, but the configuration's a little bit different. Instead of having the seam down the front, it's got this one large panel down the front versus this one here that has a seam down the front, or a seam down the front like most hats that, you know, a huge majority of hats, including the one that I'm wearing. This one here is a flat bill versus an arched bill. And this is a snapback. This one here is also a snapback, but like this one here is fitted, not adjustable. Okay, so those are three of the biggest, you know, features on a hat: is the number of panels, the shape of the brim, and the way that the back is shaped. You know, there's also, you know, high and low on these, but these are the ones that people look for the most when they're deciding what hat they're going to go with. Okay, so let's start out with leather patches. Leather patches, two colors. These are the Head and Shoulders, the majority. There's a third one that is sort of a washed out version of this. I have never sold one, and I really doubt that I will. So the artwork is what is turned dark, and we can mock this up. We can mock this up in a computer so that you can see exactly the way that it's going to look, and you're not going to have to use like a tremendous amount of imagination. These ones here are far and away the most popular and the easiest to mock up so that you can really see what you're doing. This one here, most of what you're able to see is in the reflection. It's, you know, no reflection, the whole thing's matte. This one here is super popular. You can also get an American flag put on the side. These ones will cost you a couple bucks each, and it is a nice woven embroidered flag. Now, the thing about these is they're actually applied with heat. They're not stitched on. So that is a huge benefit because of the substrate that they use makes it so that they can stitch more consistently and make it better. If they tried to stitch it straight into this mesh, this thing would look horrible and it'd be a mess. So this is a beautiful, beautiful addition for sure. Okay, so those are the two basic styles of hat. This one here, you know, I can get this in a variety. I can get this particular hat, the 104C, comes in 68 colors. There is also the 112 from Richardson, as well as a couple of other ones, but those are linked below. This one here is a 112 that has a flag put on it. You know, like the whole back is one big flag, and it is a beautiful hat. But let's move on to embroidery. Okay, so embroidery is generally speaking done one of two ways. This one here makes up 90% of what we do. It is a flat stitched embroidery where you just lay it down. You say this is where I want it, and we put it there. You can't go up too very high because the machinery really sticks to this part down here. If you've seen stuff that is done in weird locations, it was usually done before the hat was assembled. So it was done while these were just panels, and that's a completely different process. So anyway, so you've got this one here, which is just a flat embroidery. And then this one here, you can see, is puff. Okay, puff is where they take a foam piece and they lay it down, and then you have to have your the information that goes into the embroidery machine. It has to know that they're doing puff. It's a little bit different digitizing system, but it makes it so that it chops through the puff while it's doing while it's embroidering, right? So That's what gives it that beautiful look. Tappaney did something kind of interesting a while back where they did a black puff. This is stunning. Like when they did this hat, I knew that that was going to be something that I really wanted in my showroom, so I ordered an extra one just for me. So this is um, this is a yupong classic hat, adjustable. Comes with this one comes in a stack of colors too. This one here, I have a link down below so that you can take a look at the yupong there as well. Then we move on to beanies. Okay, beanies come in a bunch of different styles. This one here, no brim. This one here has the brim or the cuff. And generally speaking, you're going to embroider on the cuff. That covers kind of the basics of how we do hats. Pricing is based on how many pieces you order, and the minimum that we do is going to be 12 pieces at an absolute minimum. Now, I try to encourage people to go and order at least 24 pieces. Some of these, like the leather patch hats, I cannot order less than 24 pieces. My vendor will not do that. And the embroidery, I can get that done, but the pricing is so much better at 24 pieces that I will tell you what that price is. And most of the time everybody just says, oh, well, shoot, if it's only going to cost that much more, then let's go ahead and do 24 pieces. Okay, so my job is to be your expert advisor, to give you guidance for everything that you need so that you can make the best decisions and do the things that fit your priorities. So that is what I have. That is how hats are done.